The way she's posing, I'm like,
she was ready.
She was ready.
She is ready.
Absolutely. So
now on, I'm just gonna get better and better from where I am now. And on the last show, I'm gonna be dancing.
Blue Ivy at the Met Gala was quite strange, and everyone's been talking about it because it seemed to the masses that Beyonce was auctioning off Blue. And honestly,
Beyonce hasn't been to the Met Gala in 10 years, and when she returns, first time being the co-chair, she invited her daughter, Blue Ivy. The Met Gala is only for 18-year-olds and up. The way that his arm was in Blue Ivy's arm was like he is giving her away in marriage. Why was Blue Ivy at the Met Gala?
Beyonce is shaking in her boots right now after Katt Williams slammed her for offering Blue Ivy as tribute to the demons she's been worshipping. Katt is calling out, saying Blue needs to be saved. Mind you, this isn't the first time Beyonce is getting called out for something like this. She faced very similar criticisms when Blue Ivy was on tour, dancing like a grown woman. It was pretty clear from that point on that Blue was getting prepared for something way bigger than her. But it wasn't until the recent Met Gala that we finally got to see just how far they plan on pushing her. And we all know how the story goes for young celebrities who get pushed into adult activities way too early. We saw it with Justin Bieber, Orlando Brown, Rasheer Gray, Corey Feldman, Aaron Carter, Amanda Bynes, and so many more. The story is always the same. Now, unless you've been living under a rock these past few years, you've probably seen people dragging Beyonce for apparently prepping Blue Ivy to be used by the high-ups in the industry. These allegations went wild in 2024, when Blue popped up at the premiere of the Lion King movie looking like a 20-year-old. Mind you, she was just 12 at the time, but Beyonce and her team deliberately dressed her to make her appear older. A lot of folks were not here for this at all, and they dragged Beyonce for filth with comments like, "I don't normally comment on stuff like this, but this is a 12-year-old. A child does not need to look grown up with fake nails. Let children be children. She's not a grown-up, she's 12 years old. She's a beautiful child, but the dress is way too mature for a child to be wearing." Now mind you, before this mess even happened, people had already called Beyonce out for making Blue a target for creepy men online, so they thought she would do better. But no, she still had Blue showing up at events looking older than she is and drawing all sort of wrong attention. If y'all remember, back when Blue first performed at the Renaissance Tour back in 2023, people were hella angry. Aside from the fact that Blue was clearly not stage ready, Beyonce had her on that stage dancing in ways that no one her age should be, especially not in front of thousands of people who are going to record it and do whatever they want to do with the footage. But as usual, when this was brought up, the people who complained were called haters. The whole time they were really just the only ones looking out for Blue. Even Blac Chyna's mama, Tokyo Toni, had something to say about all this, and she actually went in on both Blue and Beyonce. I don't know why Tokyo came for Blue too, but it's Tokyo Toni we're talking about here, so this really shouldn't be as surprising as it may sound. Tokyo accused Beyonce of using Blue Ivy to lead other black kids astray. She called Beyonce a devil and said she's only using Blue as a prop to make herself some money and destroy black kids.
Try again. Girl, please. Get out of here. Scripted, made up pieces and portions. Dear Beyonce, can you do me a favor? Can you go where Aldrich went to the moon? Go there. Build your house there with your husband and your kids. And she go with them. They go over. Why are you grooming our black children through your daughter? I don't care nothing about your beehive. Those little demons will get sprayed down with my mouth. Pure holy water. How do you feel knowing you are the person who you are today? This is not a condemning. This is a fact. You are like an artificial plant. literally and figuratively.
At the time, people dragged Tokyo to filth for this and told her to keep Blue's name out of her mouth. But if you know Tokyo, she doesn't care for what anyone has to say. Just weeks after this mess, she appeared in an interview with Real Life Productions and doubled down on what she said. This time, she didn't only accuse Beyoncé of allegedly being a demon, but she also dragged Jay-Z into it and said Jay and Beyoncé's ending was going to come sooner than we think. She said Jay and Beyoncé think they are above accountability, but there is only so much damage they can do before they get exposed for what they truly are.
Do you feel like something ever will come for Jay-Z and Beyonce? Like like the way, like, are they untouchable?
They demonic. They're gonna demise on their own time.
Oh.
They're gonna demise. See, you can only play with God but so much. You can only play with so much before something happens. And when he comes, you don't know what order, because he does do things in divine order. So you don't know what order it's gonna come in. See, even down to, I used to like Beyonce. Oh man, that song about the boy, if I was a boy.
Oh yeah.
But then when I started noticing, I'm like, wait a minute, girl. And then I'm noticing this and that and this and that, and it's like, wait a minute. This is so clear. You are such a puppet Illuminati. But I cuss her ass out every day. Every day of the week, I'll be like, what that bitch do today? Yeah, I fuck with her purposely. I don't like her. Why you don't like her? Because my nieces and nephews adore this bitch. And you're not doing nothing for them. That's why I don't like your ass.
Message.
She don't do nothing.
Now, even though it sounded like Tokyo was just hating when she brought up all that stuff about Beyoncé being part of the Illuminati, the recent Met Gala that just went down seems to confirm that there might be some truth to it. Not only was she wearing an outfit that was straight up inspired by an ancient demon, but she was also making weird comments about how Blue is ready. Ready for what exactly? Well, we don't know, but given everything that's been going on, people are convinced Beyoncé was talking about Blue being ready to be initiated into whatever demonic things they have going on in the industry. And the fact that she was making these comments at the Met Gala, an event that has long been rumored to be an initiation ritual, makes all of this even more disturbing. Mind you, this year was Beyoncé's first ever Met Gala since 2016. Why else will she attend the Met for the first time after this long, pop out in an outfit that has demonic references, and make comments about Blue being ready? Not only that, the Met actually has very strict rules when it comes to kids being invited. Kim Kardashian tried bringing Northwest this year, but Anna Wintour wasn't having it. Beyoncé, on the other hand, was allowed to bring Blue. Some people said it's because Beyoncé has now been made a co-host, so she had special privileges. However, others are saying Blue was allowed to attend because it was her time to be initiated into the Illuminati. I mean, Beyoncé said it herself that Blue is ready.
What's been talked about the whole night. B is here. Beyonce is officially here at the Met Gala. Now, B, it's been 10 years.
10 years.
How does it feel being back?
It feels surreal because my daughter's here.
And Blue looks so beautiful.
She looks so beautiful. This is it's incredible to be able to share it with her, and I think she looks so incredible.
She looks so beautiful. I'm like, we could learn some red carpet tips from Blue.
Absolutely.
I'm like,
she was ready.
She was ready.
She is ready.
Blue Ivy at the Met Gala was quite strange, and everyone's been talking about it because it seemed to the masses that Beyonce was auctioning off Blue. And honestly, I don't doubt that theory. A lot of y'all had some good points that I've seen in some videos on this discussion, and I wrote them down and I'm going to go over a few of them. One of the main points that I seen was that Blue's shoes matched with Beyonce's dress, symbolizing that she was walking in her mother's shoes now. And I thought that was very interesting to see because her shoes really did match her mother's dress. I don't know what it didn't even correlate with her dress. Also, side note, I thought it was so coincidental that Beyonce's headpiece was in my dream that I had about her that I spoke to you guys about before, where she was on that stage levitating and doing some demonic ritual thing, and but it was gold in my dream. And when I seen this in real life, I gasped. I was like, that was in my dream. It was something ritualistic about that, and she was like doing some hypnosis sort of demonic activity. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. Something else people have been saying is that Sasha Fierce has been being transferred, or has been transferred to Blue, because you notice this sort of aura that Blue is giving, this confidence that usually Beyonce would carry, but it would look like she was sad, nervous, shaky, and down and about something. It just seemed off. But Blue just was like ready. Another thing people kept pointing out is that she did keep pointing everything back to Blue. She kept saying, she's ready. Blue's ready. Yeah, I'm here for Blue. I'm looking through the eyes of Blue. That was signaling something so much more deeper, actually, once she started to refer to everything concerning Blue. And then another thing that people noticed is that Blue was wearing a wedding-like dress, and Jay-Z was looking like a groom. Like, he was dressed like a groom, as if he was marrying his daughter off. And people have considered that to be them marrying her off to the industry, because Beyonce's dress symbolized death of some sort. Like, it's the end of her, but the beginning of Blue's notoriety and career. And
one person said, no, it's her initiation. So Beyonce is dying and Blue is getting initiated by Sasha Fierce. Now, let's get into that skeleton dress Beyonce was wearing, because as I said, there's a lot more to it than just being a dress. She actually had on 2 different outfits, and both had very symbolic designs. The first was the skeleton dress, which referenced Creole artist Carolyn Durow's 1944 lithograph called The Visitor, also called Night Visitor. The artwork depicts a skeleton in a gown standing outside a door, ringing a bell. It is also death personified as an elegant, feminine figure. Why in the world will Beyonce choose to wear a dress depicting death when she could have literally worn anything else? And to make matters worse, her second outfit was even more disturbing. This was the outfit she wore inside the gala. This was a look by Robert One, and honey, the demonic references were in our faces. Ty Hunter was reportedly also behind those extra long nails that people said looked like claws ready to cast. Folks even said the crystal patterns on her dress were satanic symbols hiding in plain sight. Now, I don't know if Beyonce really thought people weren't caught on to what they were going to do to Blue, but as y'all can see, it didn't take much for folks to catch on. Hell, even Katt Williams had his own thoughts about this. In fact, even before this, Katt had already tried warning us about the industry performing these rituals to initiate younger people, but everyone thought he was just saying it for shock value. Turns out he was onto something the entire time. Katt even went as far as dropping names of people who he claimed sold their souls. Apparently, he and Ludacris were invited to an Illuminati meeting at one point, but he walked right out once he was told what he was supposed to do if he took the deal. Luda, on the other hand, still went ahead to sell his soul for $200 million.
Katt Williams.
But that was just the tip of the iceberg. He also got into the details of the ritualistic and humiliating things he claims celebrities go through just to climb the ladder in Hollywood. He claims the industry deliberately targets successful black men and puts them in dresses as a form of ritual humiliation or initiation. He came straight for Kevin Hart over his SNL appearance, where he showed up dressed like somebody's auntie, pointing out that Kevin was the same person who had been very vocal about never wearing a dress. But the moment the opportunity presented itself, he took it without hesitation, because he knew exactly what it was going to unlock for his career.
Kevin doesn't have to worry about what people are going to say about him wearing a dress because of the long line of dress-wearing people before him.
Definitely haven't ran into to put on the dress. I mean, you have to have boundaries. You have to have limits that you refuse to cross.
Wow. I don't think anyone saw this one.
No one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show.
Williams comes from, you keep pointing at Hollywood. Hollywood this, the white man, this, and this. When do you take responsibility for your actions? You had the shot.
Katt was in that position at one point.
You were the guy.
Yeah.
You were set up to be the star. You didn't show up to work. You fucked off promo shoots. You fucked off your promo fucking trips that they had set up for you. You became a risk to the studios, which is why the studios stopped fucking with you.
Why was he a risk?
He chose drugs.
Now, when it comes to his thoughts on Blue, word on the street is that he believes she's already been initiated, and that it's just a matter of time before they start using her to push an agenda on other black kids, just like they did with everyone who is a member of their cult. As usual, people had their thoughts, like this person who said, B said she wants to see the Met through Blue's eyes. That was Sasha saying that she's ready to continue with a new vessel. Another person said, "The initiation they put it all in our face, she ready 3x the glasses. LOL, we looking through her eyes." But now I want to know your thoughts. Do you really believe Beyonce's destiny swapped with Blue's? And what do you think about Katt Williams jumping in to spill all this tea? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And don't forget to click here to watch this other very messy video.